Hello, hello, one and all. We're probably going to be interrupted by numerous unaccountable things, such as phones ringing and all the rest of it. I bet you anything. I am kind of expecting a call, but, I'm not going to answer it. I'm just going to hear it, and when I hear it, I'll know that the devil is coming. So, my hair has also decided not to be hair today. It's decided to be fluff. Today it is fluff. So this is the new Dragon Age Vidcast. Believe it or not, I know that might be somewhat hard to believe, but we're going to crack right on now, without further ado. We are in Orlais. The group left off at the Monastery. So, they're in Herod's boss room. And then they suddenly hear this noise, like squeaking of wheels, like wood, like something heavy. And they guessed it, cannon. Because basically the Kisith that have been captured, the Qunari engineers that have been captured by the Monastery people, well, some of them were tortured for the information for Gatlock. And so they got this massive cannon thing there. And then pointing it down the hallway at the group. And the group's like, oh no, we can't be having that. Oh. So they kind of run at the cannon. Tanador runs at it, head first, tries to go at it with a bucket of water nearby, and gets intercepted and gets the bucket knocked out of his hand. The cannon crew, keep trying to load it while this other one is in a grapple with him. Amelia runs forward. Yellow Eye starts firing, and the things start going down. It starts to become a bit of an old carry-on. Oh, what a lark going on here. So then Tanador decides, well, I'm going to try and pull the fuse out of the damn thing, just try and grab it. But unfortunately, the gay guy, and I'm not saying that as like a jibe at him. It just so happened that particular Orlesian one was gay and was very effeminate in his behaviour. Jumped on top of the cannon and slapped Tanador away. So and it was like, ow, do you know he was wearing a ring. You know that when someone slaps you on the hand and they catch your vein, damn it, and he was wearing a ring. No fairsies. So, there's that. And, they couldn't, stop the cannon from firing. The crew was still going to get it to blast. So, Tanador and Amelia ram it instead, and the thing shoves along, turns just enough, and then it fires with a big old boom. And it blows a hole straight through the wall, because this stuff's more powerful than gunpowder, and sets off a chain reaction of other powder chambers that they've been storing. And then things started cracking and splitting all around them, above them, below them, all around, like 360, all around them like that. And it all looked like it was about to cave in, and then the wall just fell away, and they could see daylight, so they ran for it. They ran for the daylight. That's crazy. So they get outside, and there's a Dalish elf coming up the road. Of course, the Monastery people aren't chasing. They're like, they've just blown the hole in our wall, those crazy fuckers. Let them leave. Holy shit. Don't want to see them again. They've just killed this champion, for Christ's sake. The sanguinary champion. This Dalish elf is coming up the road. Also, Aldrich Lapointe and Yellow Eye decide, right, you guys are going to go off with the books, study them, try to work out, what's going on, what the secrets of this order are. We're going to stay camped here at the monastery, okay? You guys carry on. So that's the end of then, at that point. And this elf comes up the road, and he's a Dalish mage, with the Keeper specialisation, in fact. It's Pete's new character. Whoa-ho! He's got himself a mage now. Even though Yellow Eye isn't dead. But, a momentary switcheroo sort of thing here happening. So, with all the power of the mage. So, his name is Eric. And he said that he met an elf that his people know as Nimderana, who suggested, "Oh, your future lies up this road," and a white-haired elf traveller, type of guy. Yeah, walk up there, you'll find it. Oh, he just saw the monastery wall blow open and these idiots jump out. So he's like, that's probably it right there. So I'm going to go over there and talk to them a little bit. And Sigurd's all like, I know what you are. And he's like, yeah, well, I know what you are. So how about that? And then in the middle of all that conversation, some Templars arrive. Which is, when you're having that conversation, Templars arriving is not what you want to be happening, you see. So, that's the thing. And basically, it's another knight captain has come along with a knight enchanter. And they just turned up, had a bit of a showdown with Tanador as well, as a bit of tete-a-tete between them. Amelia told him, look, don't do anything silly, kind of thing. And it diffused, with some threats being told. And, basically, this knight captain, she and her knight enchanter fellow, they've been sent out here on a dual mission, and part of it is to relieve Amelia of her duty. They're not happy that Amelia has gone into this monastery wearing her Templar armour and have basically officially made it look like she's involved the Templars in this matter. So she's been relieved of her command, not in name, but in action and deed. So she's not going to be able to command squads anymore. And the group were like, oh my god. It's like, yeah, that's going to be your punishment, okay? But as I see it, it's not really going to be much of a punishment for you, because as I hear it, you're leaving to join the Wardens. You're going with Alistair, who's also going. So, yeah, it won't be a big deal to you. Okay, then. So, that's happening, and because Amelia is going off and doing that and going to focus on her studies, the Knight Captain also said, well, you need to tell Knight Enchanter Leon, who's an Orlesian Knight Enchanter, you need to tell him all of the details of your mission, because he's going to replace you in your current duties. So they wanted someone experienced to come along, and maybe he's got his own secret plans and mission and thing going on. Maybe he's looking into just what Amelia was involved in. Which, if that's what he's doing, if they actually suspected Amelia all along, that's not going to make Lady Baranti too happy, I will say. But, she's getting out in the nick of time. So, anyway, does a runner. Off back, leaves, goes, washes her hands with with this monastery. She's, good luck everybody, but I'm off. Leon takes over. Leon is then Laurie's new character, a full-on dedicated spirit mage with some, and we've built our own homebrewed Knight Enchanter, which is a specialization from Inquisition, in fact. So, the first thing is basically conjure sword, conjure blade thing, and that sort of thing. But he's got other stuff like, the heroic aura, and so he's a bit of like a buffer, and he's also been given the Hitty Mage thing from Fantasy Age, so there's that as well. So, do the attack and cast a spell and get up there and, thwack, thwack, thwack. We've converted that in, just in the spirit of trying to keep everybody unique and special and stuff. So Leon joins the group as well. So, we've got those new characters already. And they're about to meet Joel's new character as well. My God, 3 new characters? What the hell? So they decide, well, Leon says, look, you want to read these books? They're in Orlesian and they're mystical. Either one of those things, if you read Orlesian, you still won't know it because it's too mystical. If you're mystical, you still won't know it because you're not Orlesian. I can kind of do both, but I know an expert who can do both better. He's in Halamshirul. Let's go. Let's go find him. So he said, all right, okay, you seem to know what you're doing. So, let's go to Halamshirul and find this so-called expert that can decode these books, the mystic writings, and find out, what this recipe is that the Sanguinary Rose Order have been using to create undead, unliving blighted, tainted creatures, basically a nightmare come true, and to try and stop it, and what the powers are of the people involved, maybe just anything they can glean. So they go to Halamshirul. And Halamshirul is a place where there are the majority of elves. Elves take up the main kind of area, and then the small bit is the humans, the upper classes of humans. Well, they kept away from there, because our group are, a bunch of ragtags, especially with Tanador along as he is. Also, we pointed out that Tanador, at this point in the group, is the only original member currently active in the group. And I thought to myself, it's a bit like the X-Men or something, isn't it? Where you got that one original one. Because, remember, even Wolverine's not an original. Okay? Let's just get that out there. So you've got the one original. So I suppose Tanador's like Beast or something into the what was getting on into the later-ish X-Men. I don't bloody know. I can't follow it anymore. So anyway, it just is very soap opera, isn't it? The X-Men comic, right? So anyway, they're in Halamshirul, and that's where Invisible Change is actually going to kick off. But I know what this recording device likes to do. It likes to cut out when I'm trying to do the middle of an explanation, and then I've got a funny part 2 that's like 2 minutes long. You're not doing that to me this time, I say. So this was the setup. And I will tell you, and I'm going to leave this as a part 1, and then we'll carry on in part 2. But I will tell you that Joel's new character is called Kufia Amari. He's a Ben Hasrath human, in fact. He's a problem solver. He's the Sherlock Holmes of this world. So we've converted, it took quite a lot of work to be honest, the Pathfinder Investigator, brought that in, put it all up together. Oh boy, I'm going to have to make all that available, aren't I, in the below type area for you. You'll be able to see what he did, but basically the idea is you've got the inspiration points. Yeah, you've got however many inspiration points, and you can use 1 to add an extra d6 to a roll, a test, or you can use 2 to add it to a combat roll, and that sort of thing. So, he's also got a backstory, which is fairly cool, so I may either stick a link in there or do a reading of it or something. I'll see what sort of time I've got, really. Anyway, investigator character coming up. How are they going to meet him? Well, he's loitering on the street somewhere when they're going to be looking for a whorehouse. Because, Tanador's leading this party. And past this guy loitering on the streets. And that's where things are going to kick off for Invisible Chains. But we'll leave it there, and I'll see you at the next one. See you at the table.